Howdy folks, welcome back to Shallow Pocket Takers. This here's a blueberry camera from sometime in November, and then I checked it to March 20, around March 20th of this year. Got a couple deer in here feeding at night. Nice little waypoint there. And there he is again. And we had some deer traveling around at night here during our archery season, but and as you've seen on the 2 or 3 videos before, my tree stand sits right back in behind this, and there wasn't very many deer at all through there, and there's one in here in the daylight. But back in archery season, the time I started hunting, which was, I think it was towards the end of October, and then archery goes to the second, maybe the third week in November, but somewhere when I actually started archery hunting, I caught the COVID bug, and so laying around lasted only for a day, but I had a lingering cough for 3 weeks, and every time I tried to go up and climb in the tree stand, as soon as I'd get up in there, I'd start coughing, so I would leave. There wasn't no point in me trying to archery hunt while I still had that cough lingering. And I never seen anything for, I don't know what I did, 3 or 4 different times, and never seen anything when I was out hunting. And that 8-point was in here pretty regular at night anyhow. It was a couple times during the day, and I ain't sure if it's just one or if there might be 2 different ones that were in there hanging out. This would have been the weekend before Thanksgiving, because that's me walking in to go bear hunting. I didn't have any luck in bear season either. And then we still had some does and a couple bucks, I think, running around in the dark again up there. There's another little small buck. The only good thing about it is I'm seeing with this trail camera is a lot of these bucks make it through hunting season and should be around again for next year's hunting season, so they ought to be a little bigger and another year older. I'm not sure where, but and this is definitely after deer season was over. And as you'll see in some of the videos here, those bucks are we're still running around up there at this point. Also have some does running around. So the deer's And I think the deer were feeding back in here more than I didn't by the driveway camera like they were the year before. Because during this time period, the driveway camera didn't have a whole lot of deer going through there, but they seem to be back in here more so. And I don't know why, because I still have rye planted out there this year like I did last year, but they just don't seem to have used it as much over the winter. I'm back in here feeding on the woody browse on the blueberry plants. And there looks to be the 8-point still wandering through there feeding some. Which I think that's the one that one guy was supposed to have hit in archery season, but evidently he didn't hit him very good. Because I seen him in the rifle season, and he also seen him in the rifle season, but couldn't get a shot at him. I seen him driving up in the first day. Both of them bucks in the back have pretty decent racks on them. I think the big 5-point that was running around is one of them too. And that's another smaller buck wandering through there. So hopefully this fall all these bucks will still be around to get a chance of them this year. Couple more does wandering through. And I think that one there is a smaller 8-point, but I ain't 100% sure. A little spike. And that looks like that little 4-point. Another little buck. Those two does kind of look like that's that group of 5 or 6 that was hanging around pretty regular all year. They had a couple spikes in it and a couple does. And every now and then I think it would have one of the bigger bucks in it. And I don't know if that's New Year's whenever we had the dogs. I kind of think it is New Year's Eve. That there looks like a three, maybe it is just a spike or a three-pointed. And that there looks like a little black hair too. A little snow on the ground up there. There's 3 or 4 different little spikes that were running around throughout the year. Maybe a couple more than that even. Which I should put 3 or 4 more rack bucks up there. And I don't know if that's that 5-point or if that's one of the 8 points. It kind of looks like that wide 5-point that was up there. Spike going through there again. Nice windy day up there. The tree at the camera's one, I think, shaking around like them ones you can see. And I got one more video to put up, and then I think I got all my cameras caught up. And I've also got, I think I got all that need batteries replaced in them. Now there's one I gotta check yet. I gotta check my driveway cam, because when I did check it, it was blank for about a month and maybe nothing went in front of it. But it did pick me up walking in to check the camera, so I kind of think the batteries are still okay in it, but I do need to recheck it and see. And there's me walking back in when I tried to burn the brush pile. I think that was in February, if I'm remembering right. And I don't know if that guy shed his one side or if it was broke off from fighting. And that guy, I don't know if he's a spiker, if his horns got broke off from fighting too, because I think that's the one I have in a couple of different pictures or videos, and I really think his racks broke off. He had 2 little Y's down at the bottom, and it kind of looks like his rack snapped in half right about him. And I missed earlier in this video, it was close to the beginning of it. There's one of the bucks that comes out from the left, and it looked like he was in a tussle the day before or that night, because it looks like his head's wet, like he got poked by an antler or something and was possibly bleeding from around his eye somewhere there on his head. But I missed it whenever that video popped up tonight. I need to get some of these cameras replaced with ones that'll put the date on the videos and pictures. I think we're into February, late February or early March now already, and I didn't take the time to click on the videos and look at the properties to see what dates they were for which videos. I think this here's that group of 5 or 6. It's coming through again here. And sometimes they have 7 or 8 in the group. It varies. Now it looks like to be a shed buck there on the right, in the middle now, or I think that's that same group of 5 or 6 or 8 that has the spikes that were in it. There's the 8-point with his horn still on him, and this higher spike. I don't know if I actually have that one on camera before or not. And then there's another. Here's one of them spikes. It looks like him. Well, maybe he's only got one side. Maybe he's got both. Can't really tell. Kind of looks like he's only got one side left. And I was up today and looked around back here in the blueberry patch where they travel, and down through the woods on the one trail to see if I could see any sheds laying anywhere, but I have yet to run across any up there on the ground. But they're normally not in here by this point in the winter, late winter, early spring. They're normally not still hanging around here, but this year they have been, so I may have to walk some more of the trails through the property in the next couple of weeks and see if I can come up with anything that's shed. And we had another snowstorm hit. I think this was one of them ones that was only here for a day, maybe 2 days, and then it melted off. It was one where the top of the mountain got 6 or 7 inches, and down at my house, which is only a mile and a half away, we barely got a coating in that last snowstorm. And I'm kind of surprised there ain't more deer in here running around during the daytime, because there ain't that many people being up there, but they're still pretty nocturnal. Thanks for watching.